Welcome back to Kanika's Corner. Really excited because this is our 50th episode and I'm going to do one where we're talking about motherhood and mental health together. So having 4 generations in the house means that there is a lot of fun, there's a chaos, and it's an overall blessing. But it does mean that some people become the sandwich generation. Like my mother here, Dr. Meenakshi Bharat, is sandwiched between a lot of generations that require her assistance and her help at the same time. So her parents, me, my children, we are all there, asking for her attention, asking for her to come and do things for us or to help us out in different ways, and it all happens at the same time. That is what I mean by the sandwich generation.
24 years ago, we made a decision to come back to India for the simple reason that I wanted to be here to take care of my parents when they are not well. And over these last 24 years, it's been the first 20 years was them taking care of me and my children. In these last 4 years, it's been a little more taxing on me where I have been taking care of them. And I think that I'm blessed to be this sandwich generation because I made the decision, Bharat and I made the decision to come back to India, to be with our parents, to support them. And I'm very glad that it's happening. Yes, it's frustrating once in a while, but I'm glad it's happening because being a doctor and being far away, and then yes, video conversations are good, but it's not easy to treat anybody. I'd rather be here. And this is a decision that I took, I think in 1996, when there was a problem with my mom and I had to request somebody else to take care of her. It was at that point that I decided that given a chance, I will come back. And I think being in India has been fabulous. I have no complaints. I've done so many things and found so much of happiness. And being the sandwich generation, I find that wonderful.
Also, I've never seen Amma as patient as she has been with my daughter when she's throwing a tantrum. I lose my cool. And then Amma will come in and say, no, you just walk out of the picture. I'm here to take care of her. And at the same time, there'll be something that Tata or Pati needs. How do you deal with that?
You prioritize what needs to be done immediately. Mm-hmm. You have to prioritize, or I have to prioritize what is the most important thing that needs to be done urgently, not what is important. So urgency is the matter, and sometimes you just have to drop one baby or the other.
And when you need to go to the loo in the middle of all of this, how do you do that? Because that's folks, it's not a laughing matter. It happens many times a day.
Whoever is the closest to you, take them along with you to the loo. If it's the little baby, take her there and say, you also do, I also do. That's the only way. Otherwise, nothing can happen.
So I know you're laughing about it now, but I'm sure there are, many times in your day when there are frustrations, there are irritations. So how do you deal with those emotions later on?
So basically, I think the way I look at it is that if I am angry with the previous generation, well, I think about all that they have done for me in my childhood, in my growing years, in my teens, through the college, with my children. They have done so much. And when I lose my cool, I try to count 10 and then say, let me not blow up. Let me just be calm and hold on to my sanity. And that's the way it needs to be done, because if you scold the previous generation, they will crumble. And if you scold the next generation, they will hit back. So, and then of course those little ones, each one of them has a mind of their own. Can you imagine? They're not even 4 and they have a mind of their own, and of course they know the best thing that they can do is to rave and rant. So when they start ranting, you have to cool down. There's no other option. So that's what happens.
You're very passionate about menstrual hygiene, about talking to people about the menstrual cup and, being more comfortable using it. Now, because of all the demands on you from the family side, it's difficult for you to plan and go across, or there have been many people who call you up and you had to decline, saying, I have to take care of the whole front. And this has now been happening over a 2-year period. We don't know how many more years it'll happen.
Am I actually upset about it? I don't think so. I think that this phase of my life is a very important phase of my life and will not come back. My grandchildren will grow and move on, won't need the grandmother at all. This is just the 3-4 years that I'm needed. Beyond that, you'll be independent, they will be independent, and there is no demands on my time. And I'm sure occasions will come up again where my expertise as a gynecologist and as a menstrual hygiene person will reappear. Because it's not going to go anywhere. There are 140 million women who need this assistance. And we have a long way to go.
Okay. Relaxing, chill out. Are there words in your dictionary at this point?
I think the face-off is what happens with my husband. He gets the brunt of it. Because I can't blow my top on you and I can't blow my top on my parents. So he lands up being short-charged. But just watching these kids and watching you and watching the way you are dealing with all the tough growing up points in the children is something that keeps me charged.
Okay.
And the occasional time that I go off to do a menstrual hygiene project is what gives me extra charge.
Extra charge, okay. So folks, we know that there is always this theory of displacement that, when we can't put our emotions out on someone, we do find another source to put it out. And as long as we understand that the anger, the frustration, the irritation, the sadness, all of that, instead of being put on the person who causes it, because it can't go on that person, is just put on someone else. And with that, I look forward to being the sandwich generation in a few years' time. Right now, all the needs on me are from the younger generation. But there are chances that the generation above me, aka my parents and Prasanna's parents, will need our support. And at that point, I think, having seen what Amma has done and, having seen the way my grandparents have benefited from all our assistance.
No, not only the grandparents took care of their parents, and that was the example that I saw.
Correct.
So, having seen that, I think that this is my duty, this is my opportunity, and this is my way of giving back to them.
Absolutely, very important to give back, and I look forward to doing that in a few years' time. Until then, you take care of yourself. If you are the sandwich generation, find someone to talk to let out all of those emotions. Enjoy every moment that you have with every generation that you are sandwiched with, and have fun. So thank you very much, Amma. Thank you folks for watching us, and please do subscribe.
Thank you.